welcome to Multimodal 2021. I'm here with Jeff Yates from Espace Europe, and we're going to talk about the business of logistics. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, my first question is what problems do you foresee with the new GB import regulations from Jan 1 next year?
We believe this is when we're going to see the real Brexits. We've had an easy inflow of imports for the last year. Customers have been used to EIDR, an easy flow of imports, and all of a sudden that won't exist anymore. So we're going to have to wait for import declarations in order to get into the UK, and that's when we believe we're going to start to see the real queues at ports in the European Union.
And what have you been doing to prepare for that?
We've been preparing our customers, we've been preparing our, it's all been about education for us, so our customers, our staff, our hauliers. We've been trying to look at it 360, make sure the guys who are actually bringing the freight across the border are aware of what they need to do. The guys who are expecting the goods, they know what to do, and we're trying to make the whole picture complete and just sort of facilitate.
And are they listening to you? Do you feel?
They are, I think. Yeah. We've had really good engagement for a year now. We're excited to speak more to our European hauliers. We've had really good relationships with them for 20 years now. So that's sort of key to us, to sort of complete the picture. It's not all about customers, it's about suppliers as well.
Sure, absolutely, 100%. So what impact do you think the new EU mobility package will have on the European road freight market next year?
It's going to have a big impact on costs. All of a sudden we're going to need more trucks on the road to cover the same amount of work. That will increase prices. Drivers will have to be paid the same, a minimum wage effectively in any European states, so that will increase prices. We need more administrative staff at the back end, so that will increase prices. Unfortunately, there will be a price increase across the board, we believe. I'm sure there's going to be some very creative people around there who will be looking to lessen those costs, but unfortunately we see that there will be an increase in freight rates.
But do you think that the general public at least has understood that there is a price to moving this stuff around?
I think so. I think there's been more and more people aware that there will be costs increase, particularly in the press we see it now. There are empty shelves. We see talk about Christmas and about issues potentially at Christmas time, and freight for once is actually at the forefront of people's minds. So that's a very good thing.
How does that feel as a freight man?
I love freight. It's great to see it on the news, and I didn't think there was very much about Brexit unless you went into the specialist press, and it was very much a political issue. It wasn't an issue on the front line, and it certainly is an issue on the front line, and we've been working really, really hard. I think the whole logistics industry has been working mega overtime to make it as smooth as we can. So I think this is sort of payback time for us to get the recognition we deserve.
I completely agree, because for so many years we've hidden our light under a bushel, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And now people realise that they don't get Christmas without us.
No, it's very, very true. We've seen all the Christmas tree stories for years and years and years, and actually now there's people having Christmas trees stuck at ports, so maybe this year might be a bit different. So
I think maybe increased cost, but also people understanding the value of what you're doing.
I think so.
A good balance there.
It's been a race. There's only ever one cheapest. That's what we've always believed, and that's why we've always sort of educated. It's about adding value to us. It's about the whole education piece, and we teach people to be able to do these things themselves. And on the other hand, we've had people staying with us because we've given them that value. And it's all about value added to us. And as I say, we're trying to do it from the customer side and the haulier side and make the picture complete.
Great. Okay. What makes Espace Europe different?
I could talk to you about this forever.
Go for it.
We're employee-owned, so we are the only UK employee-owned freight company, and it means a lot. So when you phone Espace, you can phone me this afternoon, and you'll be speaking to an employee owner. So it's not just an employee; it's somebody with a vested interest in making that company work, making what we do work, and that gives us a real edge. It gives us people who are engaged. It gives us people who are just really interested in what they're doing.
And do you think that over the last 18 months, which have been so challenging, that's made a real difference?
We without a doubt, we had a year working from home, almost a year working from home, and the figures have shot through the roof. And we've been telling people not to work evenings because they just wanted to, and they just wanted to be busy and sort of maybe take their minds off what's going on in the real world. And it's been an incredible year. The team's really come together. We've actually had to sell. We had an office, and then we rented another office because we're getting too big, and we've had to sell those offices now, and we've bought a brand new building, and we've got all of our staff now housed together. So it's been really important for us to get everybody together. We've been trying to do Zoom things like everybody, but yeah, the team have really come together, and I think the value of employee ownership has has really been proven this last
I mean,
year.
it must have been quite special anyway, because you get recognised as frontline staff for the first time,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
it's your business, right?
Absolutely, it's very much, if you ask me, I'd say this is my business, and if you ask anybody on the stand today, they'll tell you exactly the same, and that's what we believe, and I think that's what makes us really, really different on the marketplace.
Yeah,
we're not here to pass 3 days, we're here to make a difference to our business.
Perfect, okay. What plans does Espace have for the future?
This is really, really exciting. We've got mega plans. Next week, actually, I'm going out into Europe. I'm going to go and set up an office in Poland.
Oh, wow.
I've talked to you about our European hauliers and how important they are for us, and we feel like being in Europe, we'll be able to show actually we are vested in making those relationships better. So that's what that's phase one of going out into Europe and really cementing these relationships and making sure that they work for the hauliers as well as working for us. We've got big plans for an API. We want to look at all of our software within the company, make sure they all speak to each other. So we're looking at API integration, rather having separate services and making the whole thing really super smooth. And what we'd really like to do is sort of white label our freight calculator. So we've got a European freight calculator on European and UK freight calculator on our websites. We're looking to white label that, so offer that to customers to be able to sell themselves.
Tell me a little bit more about how that looks.
This is an idea that I came up with years ago now.
Okay.
It was very manual. We worked out a mileage. You put your mileage into a calculator, it spat out a price. We've taken that online now, so it's all linked to Google Maps. So we could do a route here today from multimodal in the NEC, going to my new home in Poznan, and it would work out via Google the best route for that, the most efficient route for that, and it would spit a price out for it. So we honour that price, we go over that price, and it just allows instant pricing. So anybody can access that. It's not locked at the moment by passwords or emails. You can go onto our websites and you can use the tool for free.
Okay, so that's pretty different.
We won an award for it in 2014. It was unique then. It's absolutely different, and we just want to. We don't want to put a blocker on that service. We want to just offer that out, and we're looking to white label it and to offer it directly to other freight forwarders. And we don't see people as competitors. We see people as potential partners. And that's what sort of makes.
It might be nice for the drivers as well, right? To feel that connection.
Yeah, again, I mean, it's open. People can see what they should be earning out of these.
Right.
At the end of the day, we don't like to push people too hard on price. We need hauliers, we need suppliers. We like to make sure the price works for everybody. It's got to work for the customer.
Exactly.
It's got to work for the supplier. It's got to work for us. So again, it's transparency, and everybody has a slice, and everybody's happy. So it's a win-win.
So it's lovely to hear about transparency in action, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think the last 18 months have taught us that we definitely need to collaborate and
we do.
not just talk about digital and transparency, but actually enact it, which seems to me that
it's been a great thing. We've learned some fantastic lessons this last year. It's not been great it happened, but we've all learned to talk on Zoom. We've all learned to talk more. These whole video conversations aren't an issue anymore, and they were a year ago, and that's been fantastic. And we're a very carbon-heavy industry, and actually now we can go and Zoom somebody instead of flying to somebody, and I think that's really important to take forwards. Great. Is there anything else you want to tell me about Espace? What do you want to say about Espace? Espace is fantastic. They really are a fantastic company. We are unique. We encourage people just to come and speak to us, and I love the company. I've been part of it for 18 years. We've been going for 21. And we are an amazing company to work for.
It's fantastic to hear your passion.
Yeah, what's been great this last year. We've took on 8 or 9 new staff, and they've all fitted in. And we've found we've been able to attract staff because of the employee ownership, and that's what's been. I think everybody struggled to recruit, and that gives us a little edge. Actually, we are different. It's not about salary necessarily, it's about what we are and what you believe in. And we've been able to attract some really, really good staff because of that.
It's excellent. It's great to hear so much positivity after the last 30
Yeah, we're certainly positive. That's one of our mottos, I think, just to be positive.
So thank you so much, Jeff. It was great to speak to you, and have a really great Multimodal 2021.
Thank you.